Well, it's live now, but we're going to give everybody a few minutes to jump in
Okay.
before we get started. And I wrote just what Steve normally say, lemons. He called you lemon. And so when I put on there, if you have any questions for lemons, I forgot to put Mr. Lemons on
All right.
there. So I apologize for that, Mr. Lemons.
All right. It's no problem.
No problems. Okay. All right, we got a couple folk in here. We're going to go ahead and get started there, Mr. Lemons. For those of you guys who are joining us this evening, we're here. We're getting ready to interview Mr. Lemons, the Peabody Band Director. First of all, I want to say, Mr. Lemons, good evening. And to all of the music enthusiasts out there, we want to welcome you to the Let's Talk about the 2024 Peabody Battle of the Bands. Tonight, we had the pleasure of diving into the excitement surrounding this upcoming event with our special guest, Mr. Lemons, the band director himself. So if y'all have any questions about Peabody's upcoming uh, uh, Battle of the Bands, just make sure y'all throw them in the bottom. Mr. Lemons, if you could introduce yourself to us, let us know who you are, where you're from, and all that kind of good stuff.
All right. For those you don't know, my name is Louis Lemons. I'm from Coshado, Louisiana. I graduated from Red River High School. Attended Grambling State University, where I was a member of the marching band. From there, after I graduated, I got my first position actually at Peabody in 2016. So I've been there ever since graduation from Grambling State University. For the overall, my experience at Peabody has been really excellent. Had some growing pains in the beginning, being a first year teacher, getting adjusted to everything as far as teaching the students, getting acclimated to what they need and how to get them to what they needed to do as far as performing. But overall, I can say we've had a successful program since I've been there.
Okay, all right. Can you tell us a little bit about the concept behind the Battle of the Bands, the 2024 Peabody Battle of the Bands, and what the attendees can expect?
Okay, overall, when you think about Battle of the Bands, you know there are bands going to be there and bands competing. So with
Mm-hmm.
any Battle of the Bands, you're going to try to have the best bands there possible.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you want certain bands there, but schedules conflicts work out. So you get bands who can come, and the bands who I have participated are excellent band programs. So as far as the event itself goes for Peabody this year, it's going to be a head-to-head battle with some of the best bands in Louisiana. Um, we have it separated into categories for a size, so small, medium, and large. So bands get to go to head-to-head based on size to kind of keep it fair. You know, we don't want no a 30-piece band going against a 70-piece band. You know, so kind of
Mm-hmm.
keep it fair. So
Okay.
hoping the crowd come out and enjoy the event.
Okay. What inspired you to organize this event, and what makes it unique compared to other music competitions, other than the fact that Peabody always had a Battle of the Band?
Yeah. So when I came, I always heard about the Fall Battle of the Bands. The first year I was there, I didn't host it. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
a lot to take on my first year as a
I can
first year
only
teacher.
imagine.
So, but the Fall Battle of Bands is a field show battle where bands come out do field shows and they're judged. They show their best drill, maneuvers, dance routines, and things of that nature. So what's different about the spring battle is we only hear music. We hear bands play their best selection going head to head, and it's judged. So we hear crowd favorites, we hear old school, we hear, you know, current songs that the younger generation may know. So it's different because you get that straight music, you're head to head, a head to head battle, and you get that firsthand experience of being near each of the bands and feeling what their emotions through their instruments.
Okay. All right. How do you go about selecting the participating bands? I know you talked about it a few seconds ago. And what criteria do you use to ensure that the lineups are, matched, and all that kind of good stuff?
So a big misconception that some people do have is that I just go and I choose what bands I want to come. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work like that. I
Uh-oh.
invite every band who may want to come.
Okay. All
So
right.
I don't say I'm not going to invite this band because I don't like them. No, whoever wants to come is invited to come. So it
Mm-hmm.
goes like I said, if they're not able to come because of scheduling conflicts or it may not work out for them this year, they may
Mm-hmm.
come another time.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, I send the invite to people, band directors I know, band directors I worked with in the past. I put the flyer on Facebook, ask around who may be interested.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll tell me, hey, I want to come. I send them the information and we go from there. So it's not, I have a set criteria. I want this type of band. Any band who is in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, around the areas, they are invited to come.
All right. Can you give us a sneak preview into some of the bands that's going to be performing, and what kind of what styles of music, genre of music, and are they going to be represented? Is
Okay.
it
So,
a diverse?
so like I said, the bands that come usually do a variety of music. They try to appease to the crowd. That's the driving factor of what keeps the battle interesting.
Uh-huh.
So it's not just, oh, I want the band director saying, oh, I want to hear this. They
Uh-huh.
go, hey, maybe the crowd wants to hear this. Maybe the crowd wants to hear that. Maybe I got to appeal to the older generation who may want to hear Earth, Wind, and Fire or something from the 80s or 70s or something like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
as far as the bands who are coming, this year we have, I say it's kind of a different lineup than normal for us. We
Mm-hmm.
have Glen Oaks High
Mm-hmm.
School. We have Tara High School. We have General Trats from Lake Providence. We have Karen Crow.
Mm-hmm.
We have Estruma High School, Northside High School, Logansport High School, which is new for us,
Mm-hmm.
White Castle, and we have LCCP. And the LCCP has been the grand champion for this spring battle for I think the last 2 years. So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to see if somebody can knock them off the throne this year.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Okay.
also we have a middle school division this year that's going
Uh-huh.
to be very exciting because these two middle schools have been working this year. We have Arthur Smith, which is
Mm-hmm.
right on Jones Street, and we
Right.
have Amon Pitts, who's
Uh-oh.
across the city. So the kids are looking forward to participating in that battle.
Oh, okay. What do you hope the audience will take away from the Battle of the Bands experience, both in terms of entertainment and an appreciation for live music, and discipline and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, I just hope the crowd, for one, comes out to enjoy a positive event that's about the kids at Peabody.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the kids who are in all of these bands who are coming out. Because one thing a lot of people don't realize, kids take band serious. It's not just something for them to do. It's something for them to do, but it's something they can go on and do after high school because we have so many kids who can get scholarships from being in band. So we want them to know that support what they do. Also, if you show that you support these kids that are doing it, it'll push more kids to want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So also we want you to just walk away with a more appreciation for what we do because it's not we go out there and raise our horns and play. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of work that goes into learning these field shows, learning this music, learning dance routines. It's not just we go out there and play. It's hard work that these kids put into this.
Yeah, Mr. Lemons, you talked about the work that the kids get ready to get out there and go do. But you and I had a conversation a while back ago, and I'm not going to let you off the hook, and I'm gonna fulfill a delayed comment that we were supposed to do a long time ago. Tell us a
Okay.
little bit about the band students from last year, and at the end of the year, how many of them of your graduating class, how many of them, what did they go on and go to do? Uh,
Oh, from last year, I don't remember the exact number, but I did have a lot of kids to go on to college level band.
mhm.
I had one to go to Jackson State University, but that wasn't last year. But I did have a few to go into the college level and perform at band. Last year, it'd be so many I get them confused with the years.
But
So,
but the year before that, you had like the majority of the seniors went
mhm,
on to either go to college or they went on to college or into the military, right?
yes.
Okay.
So we try to set students up to be successful in anything that they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
because we have kids who have gone into the military, and we have kids who I have actually had a student who had the opportunity. He went to the Air Force. He actually had the opportunity to perform with the Air Force military band, so that was good for him. So
Mm-hmm.
we set these students up for these opportunities more than just you got to go do band. You can go do other things, but what you do in band sets you up with the discipline wise for time management, leadership, things of that nature in order to be successful. Successful.
It's amazing what you can see. Certainly, the crossovers between what band is bringing to the table, what the sports are bringing to the table, and ROTC programs within different high schools. I know you representing the band today, but these are those are some of the ancillary or auxiliary groups that teach and drive home those same those same skills, traits, and all that kind of good stuff. So definitely, we want to recognize that. Are there any special performances this weekend? The weekend of the Battle of the Band. Any any
You
special?
said um it, that weekend is just going to be highlighting those bands that are there, and that's special in itself to get all those bands. I think
Okay.
it's 12 or so bands to come into that
Mm-hmm.
one building
Mm-hmm.
to get to perform. So it's so much talent is going to be in that one building. That in itself is special.
Now now I want to be a little miss. How the winner of the Battle of the Band is going to be determined? Who what the prizes are going to be and how they're going to be
Okay,
recognized?
so the winner is actually decided by three judges who are not affiliated with Peabody at all.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Three professional, experienced judges who have the honor of deciding that.
Okay. All right.
So I played no part in picking the winner. Nobody from Peabody plays a part in picking the winner.
Okay. All right. Let that be clear, right?
Yes.
All right. Can you discuss any challenges, obstacles that you encountered in organizing this event, and how you overcame
With any event of this size, there's going to be challenges.
them?
You may, and one of the biggest, make sure we have the money to put this event on because it costs money to do something like this. We're trying to make money, but we have to put out money in order to make this successful. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we, over the past few weeks, we've been looking for sponsors. We've been looking for donations, any form, shape, or fashion, there or any individual who are willing to help in any way with this event. So if anybody's watching, please feel free to reach out and ask how you can support this event on April 20th.
That's really important. That you have these programs within the schools, and businesses sometimes we get out there and we support the basketball, the football, and different things of that nature. But the bands, the ROTC programs, and all of those programs, the theater programs that are in the schools, they're doing some wonderful things as well. So it's always good. It, you know what kind of things did you guys do to reach out to businesses for support there, Mr. Lemons? Just to
Okay, we really by Facebook, word of mouth. We sent out recently sponsorship letters to businesses in the area, surrounding area that may be near Peabody and things of that nature. So we're driving, trying to get these people to donate sponsorship. So and what people have to think about, you see us a lot of times in the community doing parades, um, events, performing at churches, performing at parks, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it does cost to move this band to do those performances.
right, right, and if somebody wanted to make a donation to the school, Mr. Lemons, how would they do that? Is it they write a check to the school, Rapides Parish School Board, write it to the school itself, line item to the band. How does what happens?
Yeah, so any donations, you can feel free to contact me or our financial secretary in the office to make a donation. Checks, money orders can be written out to Peabody Magnet High School Band.
Okay, all
So
right.
directed to the band department.
Okay, so they'll end up in y'all bank in y'all little portion of the account structure, so y'all can do the things that y'all need to do, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, what advice would you give to aspiring musicians or bands who are considering participating in future Battle of the Band events? And specific, if you have that kid that's out there that want to make music or the arts or anything, what advice would you give to any of those kids that want to get into the arts and different
To
things?
those kids, I would say expect the unexpected. Band can take you so many places that you never thought of. Especially, I take on the side of being in a marching band. Being in a marching band, you could go to these colleges and get to perform at all these places. We had Grambling State University who traveled to, I believe, New York this year. We
Mm-hmm.
had Jackson State University who performed at the Super Bowl with Usher and also performed with Drake,
Mm-hmm.
the rapper Drake. So these bands go so many places, do so many things that you can do basically for free while getting the education. So
Mm-hmm.
why not take the opportunity for a few 4 years in high school, learn how to play an instrument, and on my level, we get to go places as well. That's one thing I pride myself on. We don't just sit idle week
Mm-hmm.
to week. I can say since January, we've been doing something every other weekend. So we have not sat still. We've been doing something. So it's a good way to keep yourself busy, keep yourself out of trouble, keep yourself entertained. Because at the end of the day, the more positive things you do, the less time you have for the negative.
Well, I tell you what, man. When it come down to the schools and seeing what the teachers are getting out there doing, the practicing that you guys do after school, and all of that kind of good stuff. The teachers, the ROTC programs, band programs. I know I'm gonna get in trouble. All of them. That's all.
Yeah.
It's amazing the amount of work that it takes to get that done. Lester, how we did talk about a little bit about the donations and things of that nature. But I'm gonna throw it a little different. In how can the community get involved and support the 2024 Peabody Battle of the Bands, specifically whether they are attending as a spectator or cheering when they come out to the performance that weekend. What are some of the things they could do to help? What things do you think you might need, or you know uh,
So in order for the event specifically, I say that day of, we do things as far as we have food for the guest band. So if somebody wanted to donate, well, not for the guest band, for the guest band directors
Mhm.
and staff. So if somebody wants to donate a meal for that, if somebody wants to come in and donate a meal for the students after the Battle of the Bands, for Peabody students specifically, things of that nature. So donations don't have to always be monetary. If you want to donate cases of water to the band, so things of that nature. If you wanted to donate items for concession to help sell, so you can think outside the box if you want to ever donate. You don't have to just think money, or you
Mhm.
can just ask, "What can I do?"
What can I do? All right, that's the key thing. What can I do? Because y'all find something for them to do, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely find something.
As we wrap up tonight's discussion, I want to extend a huge thank you to Mr. Lemons. Mr. Lemons is the band director over there at Peabody Magnet High School, for sharing your thoughts on the 2024 Peabody Battle of the Bands. We hope you're just as pumped as we are for this upcoming musical event. For all of you guys out there, make sure y'all mark the calendars. Go ahead again. When is the Battle of the Bands? We didn't talk all of the stuff we talked about. We didn't talk about, but go ahead and say it right
All
quick.
right, so the Battle of Bands is April 20th at 5 o'clock p.m. Doors
Mm-hmm.
open at 4 o'clock p.m. This year. We plan to have it in the gym. That's going to be different because we normally have it outside, but it will be inside the gym this year. So
Okay.
come out any form of fashion. Bring kids, bring your family. $10 admission.
Mm-hmm.
Please come out and support what these kids are doing. And with so many bands in one location, I promise you, do not want to miss this. I
Well,
promise you do not want to miss. Also, we'll have, also let me fail to mention,
go for it.
we have DJ Joe Young who will be DJing the event as well. So everybody's familiar with him in the area. So please come out. We know it's going to be a great event.
So it's gonna be a pumped, hype environment, right?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. All right. So for everybody who's listening to us out there, y'all make sure y'all mark your calendars to join Peabody for this event, and that is the 2024 Peabody Battle of the Bands. And until next time, Mr. Lemons, and anytime, Mr. Lemons, you have anything that you need to talk about over here at Peabody, and for all of these other, not only for you guys over at Peabody, but for for all of the schools. We offer a placement on all of our inline articles now, Mr. Lemons, and it's free of
Mm-hmm.
charge to the schools. So when y'all have something, all we need to know is it about a good 30, 60 days in event, and we can put y'all a little banner right down there, embedded in the articles. They just rotate between various schools as people go and look at the articles. So it's another way to get information out to the general public on what's going on in the schools and different things. And so that could be, it could be the band, it could be the football team, it could be the theater department. It doesn't matter. If it's something out there at the school, all they need to do is get in contact with us. They can always send us an email, and our email to send that information to is info@involvedinitall.com. And if anybody ever have any questions about it, just give us a call. Again, it doesn't, we don't, that's just a public service that we do for the schools and different things of that nature. And, and that's extended to all of our schools here in central Louisiana. If you want to share it to us, the banner size on it is 728 by 240. I know that's a lot to pack right now, but y'all create it for us, send it over to us. We always reserve the right to make sure it's okay, but on the same token, it doesn't cost y'all anything. And that's just like if y'all wanted to put a billboard somewhere. We just like to say over here at UrbanCast, it will get seen over here, Mr. Lemons.
All right.
All righty then. But listen, I want to thank you and thank everybody for joining us.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you could hang tight 1 second, Mr. Lemons, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream.
Okay.